tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out. Hello, my lovely, wealthy family. This is Chanel, the Ascending Infinite Goddess, here on this beautiful Thursday. How are y'all feeling? How y'all doing? I mean, Thursday is my favorite day of the week. So we are out here on this lovely autumn hour here in Florida. We'll probably hit summer in like 2 hours, right? Just skip right over winter and spring and jump right over to the summer season, the summer hours rather. Hopefully I got this video up early. Okay, if not, that means I did it late. I let y'all know in advance I was traveling and it may not be up in a timely manner, but I am trying to I am being more responsible and accountable to myself to make sure I get this to you all in a timely manner. So today we are going to talk about why you should travel, right? Why you should expand your horizons, why you should broaden your horizons. I'm wearing my Bob Marley dress, right? I'm feeling the vibes. I woke up this AM feeling the vibes, and I was like, let's talk to the wealthy people, because I know a few people in real life, yes, that have never even been more than 20 miles outside their home, outside their city, right? Born, raised, work, that's what they do. When I first moved to where I am now, a lot of the locals, we say, oh, we're going to go to the movies. And at the time, the only movie theater was on the south side of town. And I live like real close to downtown, right? Right smack dab in the middle of everything in the city. And I was like, okay, well, we're going to go to the movies. Y'all want to come? They're like, where y'all going to the movies at? Like on the south side. They're like, that's so far. I'm like, it's a 15-minute drive. It's not that serious, right? Sometimes when my children were in Little League for football and cheerleading, and we would be traveling, and we go, 30 minutes. Oh, we got to go way out of town. I'm like, it's a 30-minute drive, right? They say, oh, well, I have to get a room. I'm like, what? For 30 minutes? I'm playing. They didn't say they had to get a room for 30 minutes, but they did say that for the hour drive. When we had to go places that were an hour away, they're like, oh, I'm gonna have to get a room. This is way out of town. What they doing? I'm like, what is you doing, right? What you got going on? See, no knock to people like that. However, when you've never been outside your hometown, all you know is what your hometown has to offer. You don't realize that the world is such a big place. And yeah, I'm sure you'll watch the news, or sure you'll watch TV shows, but you can romanticize about those things. You can fantasize about those things. You can blow those things out of proportion. If you never really go and see it for yourself, how will you ever be able to definitively know what is out there, what you like or what you don't like? If all you know your eggs is sunny side up or scrambled because that's all that they taught you in your hometown, how will you know if you ever like eggs Benedict or poached eggs or boiled eggs? How will you know? You understand? So there's ways on how you can expand your perspective just by traveling. And yes, you can travel when you read a book. Yes, because I've traveled reading a book, but it's the same concept of watching things on TV. You have to go and experience it, okay? And yes, your mind doesn't know the real thing from the fake. Yes, all that is true. However, your mind can tell the difference. Well, not tell the difference, but your mind can pick up the differences in things on how you visualize it and things on how you actually see, right? Way how you visualize it, the way how you think things up, and the way how you actually see it. So, excuse me. Okay, no, I don't need my water. Sorry. So, you could actually talk to somebody on the phone, and you hear their voice, and you're like, man, okay, yeah, I have a good idea of what this person's gonna look like. Then you happen to buck up on them in real life, and you're like, oh, you're not the way I pictured you. Good or bad, right? It doesn't matter. But when you actually travel outside your radius, outside your comfort zone, it allows you to expand and it allows you to grow. And I'm not saying that you have to be a globetrotter like myself. Okay, I was traveling international before I could even remember. All right, I have pictures. I have people telling me, "Oh, I remember you and a baby in Jamaica." And I was born in Florida, in Orlando. And they're like, "Yeah, I have pictures of you in Jamaica as a baby, and you're running through the cane field." And I see pictures of me doing that, and I'm like, "Okay, cool, right?" The first international trip I remember is when I was like 6 or 7. We went on a couple cruises. We went over to Jamaica. I met my maternal grandmother when I was that young. Actually, when I was like 8 or 9, I went to Europe before I was even a teenager. I was 12. I remember because I had to be 13 to go do certain stuff, and I was like, I'll be 13 in a couple of months, and I couldn't get to it. Right, so I traveled across Europe, saw those different things. I've been many places, right, and it allowed me, it taught me early on that the world is a big place. So I'm not saying that you have to go international in order to get the full wide experience, but at least make it a goal to travel at least 100 miles outside your home radius. Go outside your home at least 100 miles, right? Even if it's just to the next major metropolitan place, it will blow your mind. I've been in different parts of the same states, and it blows my mind, right? Places of Ohio do not look the same. Places in Pennsylvania, cities in Pennsylvania do not look the same. Cities in Florida do not look the same, right? Go to Miami, my hometown. Go to Miami, Florida, and then travel your behind to Daytona. And you'll be like, oh, okay, there's a difference. Or better yet, go to the Panhandle, go to Destin or Panama City in Florida. You're like, is this still Florida? Are you sure we're still in Florida and not in Alabama, Georgia somewhere, right? You can see the difference. It's a huge difference. Places in Europe are not all the same. Okay, places in the islands are not all the same. There's a big difference. I went to I think it was Pennsylvania, where I was shocked. I didn't realize there were so many mountains in Pennsylvania. I was like, okay, there's a good amount of mountains. When we went to California, right, we went to LA and I saw the hills of LA. Then we went to San Francisco and I saw the difference in the hills in San Francisco, right? The different ways on how it moves. I mean, there's so many different things out there, not just the natural scenery of it, but also the people, the culture, the way they cook, the spices they like to use. Their language is different, right? We had different dialects all over the state of Florida. Okay, we're a big old melting pot. So allow yourself to expand. And also, not just expand and travel physically, but spiritually too, right? I've astral traveled once in my life. And I did it once and I was like, I don't want to do that no more. I was scared. I didn't like it because I did it unknowingly. I didn't know what was happening. I was in the area, but then entering back into my body, it hurt. I didn't like that. So now that I know a little bit more, right, and speaking it over with my tribe and realizing, okay, this is what happened, now I'm open to allowing myself to do that more. But I do lucid dream a lot. I love lucid dreaming. I love that. Maybe it's the Piscean in me, right? It's the Neptune energy in me, but I absolutely love it. And traveling lucidly while you're dreaming allows you to see things in not just different dimensionals, right? Not just different dimensional wavelengths, but allows you to really see how expansive your spirit is. I know sometimes we hear that spirits are not confined to the physical limitations because they no longer have a body, so they can be omnipresent, right? Like Archangel Michael, I call him and he's here with me, but he could also be a million different other places, right? Omnipresent energies, our ancestors, our elders, right? They can be many places at once, right? They can be giving comfort to a loved one through the symbolism of a bird and protecting you from going down the wrong path, all in the same instance. Okay, so our physical body is a thing that keeps us in these confines that we build around ourselves, but your body is just an avatar. It's just the thing that you use to interact with this earthly plane. Your spirit is what activates it, and your spirit can travel, right? That's why you're able to send energetic waves telepathically. You can think of someone and they can call you. You can have a feeling somewhere, right? As a mother, I'm connected to my children. I can tell when there's something going on. I can tell if they're in trouble, or if they're really, really happy, or like, oh, okay, my phone's about to ring and it's them, right? I can feel that. We all have that ability. It's your spirit that allows that. So expand your mind. Read a book on it, okay? By no means am I telling you to go out and try these things willy-nilly. Read a book on it. Because if you've never learned anything, if you never learned anything about this, if you've never been taught anything about allowing your spirit to travel, it can be a dangerous place. Just like how you have dangerous people in the physical realm, you can have dangerous people in the spiritual realm, okay? But educate yourself to it. And if you're interested into it, if you're open to it, then go for it. If you're not, then that's fine, because it's not for everybody, right? It's not for everybody. We all don't have to do the same things, right? Some people may like to astral travel or project themselves more than they like to lucid dream, or just have vivid dreams, or dream at all, right? Or being able to remember their dreams, I should say. But we should always allow ourselves to expand, because as you expand, travel, and grow, you're allowing your experiences, you're allowing your mind different things to bounce ideas off of. It allows you to be more creative, okay? And it allows you to see that there's so much more potentials out here. It can let you learn about yourself, whether you truly like something for what it is, or if you truly despise something for what it is. But you gotta have a comparison, you gotta have a contrast, and you have to allow yourself to know that this world is a bigger place, so you can get a better general idea of certain things, okay? And if you're sitting here thinking, if you're cursing yourself right now saying, I don't have enough money to travel, listen, today is Thursday, do like me. Y'all saw that smoke? That was my incense, right? I'm calling in some money, right? Every Thursday. Did you burn your abundance bay leaves? Did you burn your prosperity bay leaves? Did you command that wealth come into your life? Every time I speak to you all, I command wealth into your life. Not just financial wealth, but informational wealth, right? Knowledge, when applied, is very, very wealthy, okay? So allow yourself to be in that vibration. Use the energies for what it is here to do, and allow yourself to expand and not keep yourself in a self-imposed confined prison, okay? Okay, so that's all that I have for you today, wealthy family. I love you all. Go out and explore. Tell me what dream trip you all have, or what's the furthest place you ever traveled to, or what's your favorite destination to travel to. You know I love rocking with y'all in the comments and getting back to you all. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.